Hi everyone, it's Miss McKinney. Today we're going to do some more practice and reviewing on syllable types. Remember that a syllable is a word part that has a vowel sound in it. If we can learn how to break words up into smaller parts or syllables, it will help us to read those longer words. We've talked about 3 different types of syllables that we're going to review today. The first type is a closed syllable. Closed syllables end with consonants, and their vowel sounds are short. Open syllables end with a vowel, and the vowel sound is going to be long. And then we have the magic E syllable that ends with a silent E, and that vowel sound is also going to be long. We're going to practice today looking at some different words with these syllable types. When we are looking at words and trying to break them up into syllables, remember the first thing that we do is we find the vowels. So I'm going to start with this word here. And remember that our vowels are, let me find a different marker. Okay, so let's try this again. Our vowels are A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes the Y makes a vowel sound. So let's remember also, short A, let's do our short vowels first. That is A, E, I, and the long vowels are A, E, I, O, U. Sometimes long U says oo, and then the Y can either say a long I sound, I, or a long E sound, E, at the end of words. So we're going to begin by looking at this first word. Let me zoom in just a little bit. And we're going to find our vowel sounds first. So I see an O and I see an A. Now remember, I'm going to draw my bridge to connect those two vowels, and I'm going to look on the bridge. Now, if you see right here, I only have one letter, one consonant on my bridge. So we need to decide if we're going to separate this word here and make this a long syllable, an open syllable with a long vowel, or if we're going to divide it after the consonant and make it a closed syllable with a short vowel sound. So I can try it both ways if I don't know this word. So I can do it as an open syllable, and this would be toe, t-o, as, paz. So that word would be topaz, or I can try dividing it after the consonant and making it closed, which would be top, as, topaz. Now, I know that topaz is a stone or a jewel that you would find in jewelry, so that tells me that I'm going to divide this word before the consonant, making this an open syllable and a closed syllable. So I have topaz. Remember that sometimes, even though that we have rules for breaking up the syllables, you might still have to play around with it to see if you divide before a consonant or after a consonant, if we have just one. Let's look at this word. Vowel and vowel, draw my bridge. Look again. I only have one consonant on my bridge. So I'm going to first try, I'm going to do a dotted line. I'm going to first try to do it before the consonant, which would make this syllable open and this syllable closed. So I would pronounce this syllable a, bay, sin, basin. That is a word. A basin is a bowl or something with a bowl shape. So this word is basin. This one, I'm finding my vowels. I'm going to try again. I only have one letter on my bridge. I usually like to try to divide it before the consonant first. So I'm going to try that and make this open and this one closed. But I do the dotted line until I'm for sure that I want to divide it there. So this one would be o, mo, ment, moment, moment. Is that a word that we know? Yes. So we're going to go ahead and draw the solid line there. A moment is a brief period of time. Let's look at this word. Ooh, this might be a new word for some of us. Let's see. I've got an E, another E, and an O. I'm going to divide or draw my bridge right here. And I see 3 consonants. Now, I know that I've got to divide it somewhere here between these 3 consonants. PR can usually go together, but so can SP. We're going to try dividing it between the SP first, which would make this a closed syllable. And now I'm going to draw my second bridge over here. This one's going to be easy because I've got 2 consonants, so I can just draw my line straight down between those 2 consonants, which would make this syllable closed, and this one ends in a vowel, so it will be open. So I'm going to try reading my syllables like this. S, press, espresso. Espresso. That is a word that I know. Espresso is a kind of coffee. Espresso. Now that word, if we did not break it up into its 3 syllables, would be a lot harder for us to try to read if we were just looking at the whole word by itself. But when we break it into little parts, it makes it a lot easier. Ooh, look at this word. There are my vowels. 1 letter on the bridge. Gonna try before with my dotted line. So that would make this open and this closed. So if I read this as an open syllable, this would be k-o, ko, ik, mick, comic, comic. I don't know that word, comic. I'm going to try a different way to separate it. So now I'm going to try dividing it after this consonant, which would change this to a closed syllable. If it's closed, the O is going to change to a short vowel. Com, ick, comic, comic. We know that word. A comic is someone that tells jokes or even a funny story or something that you read. So this word is comic. And see how we had to decide if we were going to put the line to divide our syllables before the M or after, and we just had to listen to which one sounded right. Let's look at that. I bet you all know this word, but we're still going to practice dividing it up. Spot those vowels, draw our bridge. We have 1 consonant. I'm going to draw my line. So, a dotted line, because we're going to make sure that that's where we want to divide it, which would make this end with a vowel, open, this one end with a consonant, closed. So remember that you, if it's long, can either say you or oo. So this could be you, stew, dent, or it could be stew, student. Oh, listen to that. Student. That word divides right here, and it is student, just like you guys. All right. Let's do one more like this, and then I see that we're going to start practicing some silent E syllables. Vowel, vowel. Draw my line, my bridge. I'm going to try before the consonant since I only have 1. Open syllable, closed syllable. Open syllable is going to have a long vowel. R-O, ro. D-e-nt, dent. Rodent, rodent. That is a word that we know. We're going to divide right there. Remember, a rodent is a small animal. Think of like a rat or a mouse or something like that. They fall in the rodent family. Now, look at this. We have a silent E. I'm going to find my vowels. I'm not going to dot my silent E. Instead, I'm going to try something new. I'm going to just draw an arrow because I know that that silent E goes with that U. So we need to decide if we're going to do it before the L or after. I'm going to draw my dots, my dotted line. It's just going to be an open syllable, and I'm going to draw an E because I know this one is a silent E syllable. So I can do this as an open syllable. V-O, vo, l, loom. Volume. Okay, I'm going to try it after the L now because that does not make sense, and we're going to change it to closed. All, volume. Volume. Volume, yes. Volume. That can talk about how loud a sound is. A volume can be how much is in a container, or even a book in a series could be a volume. So volume has many meanings. I see this E. Here's an A. Silent E at the end goes with the A. I always like to try to, if I have one consonant, try to divide before first. B, E, B. Ave, have. Behave. That is a word we know. Behave. Very nice. All right. You guys are doing a great job. Let's come down and look at these words. I need your help now. Tell me which vowels I am going to find first in this word. What are the vowels? E, I, E. Okay, yes, this one goes with this I, so I will draw my arrow instead of dotting it. Now what? Draw my bridge, yes. What do we see on the bridge? Two consonants. That's going to be an easy one. We're going to try dividing it between the two consonants first. What kind of syllable will this one be? B-E-D. Open, closed, or silent E? It's closed because it ends with a consonant. What kind of vowel is this going to be? Short, so it's going to say b, ed, bed. We've already decided what kind of syllable this one is because we saw the silent E, so I'm just going to write the E up there. So let's read this syllable. Time. Let's put those two together. What's the word? Bedtime. Very good. Bedtime. All right, help me here. Find the vowels. E, U, silent E. Gonna draw the arrow. Draw my bridge. Thank you. We only have one consonant on that bridge. What should we do? Try it before, dotted line. So that means that this one, if we try it, will be an open syllable. And this one we know is going to be silent E. So let's try it. E, re, use, fuse. So put those two parts together. Refuse. What's the word? Refuse. Very good. Does that sound like a word that we know? Yes. Refuse. Refuse means that you absolutely are not going to do something. You refuse to do it. That means you don't want to do it. Now, this word can also be divided after the F, and it would be a different pronunciation. It would be refuse. Refuse is talking about like garbage and things, but we're going to go with refuse today. All right. Where am I going to dot? You tell me. O and A. Thank you. Draw my arrow to the A. Drawing my bridge. Try it before. Very good. So if I try it before the consonant, what kind of syllable is this? Open. So my vowel will be long. And we know this one is silent E. All right, so read this syllable with me. Low. Kate. Put those together. Locate. What's the word? Locate. Is that one we know? It sure is. If you locate something, you find it. Now, down here, I have some words that are a little bit longer. So let's find our vowels. E, good. U. Oh, here's an A. What about this E? Silent E. Put it with the A. Very good. So I'm going to go between those first two, and I have one consonant. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a hint on this one. We are going to divide it after the C. So what kind of syllable is that? Closed. One consonant again. We are going to divide this one. You can have a syllable with just one letter in it. That's okay. It's a U. If it's just the vowel, it ends with a vowel, the vowel will be long. It's going to be an open syllable. And then we have an E. We have a closed syllable, an open syllable, and a silent E syllable all in this one word. We have all three of our syllable types that we've learned in one word. All right, let's try it out. We know this is going to be closed. Sp, ek, spec. Long U, because it's open, U. Late, late. Spec, you, late. What's the word? Speculate. If you speculate, it means you're kind of thinking, making a guess, making some choices. Speculate. Very nice. All right, let's look at this one. I see several E's. I see an O. I'm going to go ahead and dot that. This E is at the end, so that means that it's going to be silent. Drawing my bridge here. Oh, that makes it easy. Two consonants. We're going to break those up. Go right down the middle. On this one, I only have one consonant. I'm going to try doing it before. So we know that this ends with a consonant, so it's going to be closed. Right now, we're trying this as open, and this one is going to be silent E. So let's read. N, N, V, E, V, L, ope, lope. Envelope, envelope. Oh, that does not sound right at all. Let's try it after and make this a closed syllable. So this one stayed the same. N, V, L, vel, ope, ope. N, vel, ope. Envelope, envelope. That is the correct way to do it. Sometimes you just have to play around with it. Envelope, something that you use in the mail to mail letters. All right, guys. We've done a lot of practice. You guys have heard me talk a lot about how to divide our syllables up. For dictation, I have 5 words here. 5 words. I want you to pause the video, and you are going to write down all 5 of these words at one time. You might want to skip a line to make sure you have space to dot and draw your lines, your bridge. I want you to write down all 5 of these words, and I want you to break them up into syllables. we are going to check together. So you need to pause the video now and write down all 5 words, and then we will come back and check together. All right, hopefully you paused and you've done all your work. So now we're going to check together. I'm just going to kind of talk through it and do it so that way you can check your work. So what we should have done on this first word was find our vowels and drawn the bridge. Now this one had 3. But remember, we like to try to keep consonant blends together sometimes. PR is a consonant blend. We're going to separate here. And so you should have said that this was a closed syllable. This is also closed. Did you get that right so far? Good. Zoom out a little bit. Y'all don't need to see me that close up. All right. So if we read this, press, impress. The word is impress. Did you get that one? If you impress somebody, that means that they look at you and they go, wow, what a great job. How neat, how cool. All right, let's move on to this next one. See an O and an E. My bridge. We always like to try to divide it before the consonant when we only have one. So we're going to go ahead and do that. That would make this one an open syllable. This one ends in a consonant, so it will be closed. So if I was reading this word, it would be protect, protect. Protect. If you protect something or someone, you keep it safe. Good job. Look at this one. We have an E, an I, and this one ends with a silent E. So I'm not going to dot it. I'm going to draw my arrow. Did you remember to do that? Good. Bridge, one consonant. I'm going to go ahead and try it before the consonant, which would make this an open syllable. And this is a silent E, which means that both of these vowels are going to be long. E, fee, line, line, feline, feline. Do you know what a feline is? It's another word for a cat. Very nice. All right, we have 2 more. I, A, I. Ooh, this one's going to have 3 syllables in it. Draw my bridge for my first one. Ooh, this is going to be an easy one. I've got 2 consonants that I can divide. That would make this a closed syllable. This one only has 1. I am going to go ahead, because we are just checking our work, and divide it after that one. So that would make this a closed syllable, and this is a closed syllable as well. That means all 3 of these are closed, so that all the vowels will have a short sound. In, ab, have, inhab, it. Inhabit. If you inhabit something, you live there. Let's see what would have happened if I had divided it before the B. That would have made this a long A. Inhabit. Inhabit. That just does not sound right. So that is why we had to divide it after the B. And it's okay to play around with things to see what makes sense, what sounds the best. Checking. I have 3 vowels, so I'm going to have 3 syllables. Always try it before that consonant first. That would make this open. Again, because we're just checking, I'm going to go ahead and tell you we're going to divide this one after, even though normally we would try it before. So that would be closed, and this one is closed. Row, bot, ick. Robotic. Robotic. That word is robotic. If I had divided this before the T, this would have been an open syllable. And I would have read it robot. tick, robotic. That does not sound right. So always play around with it till you find something that sounds correct. All right, guys, that's all that we have. I know that was a lot of work, but you guys did a great job. Make sure that you find the decodable so that you can practice reading more words that have open, closed, and silent E syllables. I'll see you later.